Stone Street. Put a filter on that.
All cows in different parts of the country have regional accents.
Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Alexandra. I'm a production designer and an artist, and in this video we'll be creating a corset from the sequin fabric. And I was told that it's not a good idea to sew corset from sequin fabric, and I know it isn't, but I really wanted to try like the fabric, so here we are. We'll be trying to do it and you'll see the process of it. After sewing, we'll go to York to try traditional Yorkshire potting. We'll talk to the local people, we'll find out about the cow's accents, and just we'll be walking around this beautiful city. So continue watching, and I'll leave you the chapters in the description box so you can skip to the certain part of the video. Let's start this log. Here is this beautiful fabric. It's snakeskin, and it's just gorgeous. I will use a projector to cut the fabric. But this projector, I bought it on eBay only for £40. It's like a small price for such a cool thing. It's an old one. The only thing is that I thought that it would be smaller. It seemed to be smaller. By the way, this is for the sound. It does have the sound. It's quite loud if you want to watch films. And be sure to check its connectors and if your laptop works with it. If you also want to sew with the projector, find a group on Facebook, Projector Sewing. It's a very nice group. You will have all the information there about the projectors. They also have their own app, a free one for laptops. So they're very cool that they've created it. You can also find it on YouTube. That's what I've used, and I will now open that up, and it's very easy to calibrate everything. You can see their instructions on their YouTube channel. You can cut it using the mat and the rotary knife. I did this one. Once I was outlining and cutting. It's also good. You don't need to print and glue together all your sewing pattern, etc. So it's good too. Usually you need to use a big mat. I don't have it at the moment. I may buy it later. I'm very glad because it was easy to calibrate. It's very good that the previous time I've aligned it with this line on the floor. So now I did it fast. I want now to project the pattern on paper first because I will probably do some corrections. We'll have to cut it somehow. At the moment I need it like this. If I were more confident in the pattern, I would just project it on the fabric as I did two previous times. I was glad with its length, so I've decided to start cutting the mock-up fabric. It looks so beautiful. I love it so much. I especially love this effect, and I don't know, it just looks so good. I already want to wear it, though it's only a mock-up, but I want it to be my corset. I don't want it to be a mock-up. Maybe I will do one more later and we'll keep this beautiful effect. But on this one I need to check how it looks exactly. That's how it would look if I leave these beautiful folds. Don't have it been here, unfortunately. Well, okay, something like this. Already so beautiful, oh my god. Let's go and sew it together. Let's thread the machine. Tell me, how many bobbins do you have? Because I only have like 3, maybe 4. And it's not enough, of course. I need to buy some extra. That's why I'm putting one thread on top of the other. But I don't need that thread at the moment, so I'm fine with that. I'm a little bit afraid to spoil something, to be honest, because I've never done it before, and it's not that difficult, but still I may not know some details, and I think, what if I spoil something? But then, to be honest, after sewing that leopard coat with the print, with the insulators, all the things, I think that, no, I'm not afraid, honestly, because it was so difficult. It had so much work, like so many small details and a lot of hand stitches, and it took me so long, like eternity. But now this one, because I've already prepared it just in one day and I will now sew it, it seems to be so easy at the moment. I know that of course there is certain art in creating corsets. It's only mock-up. I will have to make another one and put all the bones and do the fitting, etc. Of course it's a lot of work too. It's smaller and it's so pleasant to work with it because it's small, because the cord is huge, long, and you need to somehow operate with it. It was very annoying. But with this one, and I'm so happy that I can talk to you because I have a mic now. It's such a relief, to be honest. Alright, so let's thread it. Another thing I wanted to tell you is that I'm going to use plastic boning, but I don't have it at the moment because I've ordered it and I'm waiting for it. I only have frigoline, which doesn't work for this corset, and I have this metal bones, which are very good, but they have fixed size and they don't work perfectly. For example, here I need a longer one, there I need a shorter one, and I need to cut it. Anyway, I don't think I will be using it for this corset, but because I'm still waiting for the other boning, I want to use it just to try it on. So that means that we need to measure them. I think they are 6 millimeters. 6 millimeters seems to be. Alright, and I need to sew now 1.2 centimeters here, and then do the channel in here. Okay, let's go. Wish me luck, please. What I want to say, it's so pleasant to sew it. I was afraid that I stitched something wrong. No, it seems to be okay. It's so pleasant, and it goes smooth. It's just straight. The fabric is so pleasant, like just wow, very nice. And I really like the fabric. Is just cotton, but it's harsh. It's like it actually reminds me of the canvas. I have a lot of canvas for painting, so I probably can sew out of it too. Like, why not? But no, it has special glue on it for painting. Anyway, so this should fit here. Let me see if I stitch somewhere here. Yes, it should. I will just make it very close here. And another thing why I'm happy, I wanted to tell you that when I bought this sewing machine, it's an old one, I bought a pre-loved one. It was without the pedal, and you can use it just with this button, but I've ordered the pedal, not an original one, just the one I found online. But it was for Zinger. I did something wrong, probably I've ordered something wrong, and it was for Zinger. And when I was sewing, it was so strange because it worked, but in a wrong way with this Janome. I had to push and release the pedal and it would start sewing. Then to stop, I had to push and hold it there down. And of course it didn't change the speed, anything. And I always had to think, what do I do now with my feet? Do I release it? Do I hold it? It was terrible. Or because of course it was sewing very slowly too. When I wanted to do something faster, I just used here the speed, but I had to do it manually, which is less comfortable. And now having a right pedal, I've ordered the right for Janome. Oh, it's such a relief because it's so much easier that everything works, that you can control the speed, that you can release whenever you want. But because that previous pedal confused me a lot, I now think all the time, oh my god, if I release, will it stop? What will it do? So I'm still a little bit, disorganized and concerned. But I'm very happy because it makes your life so much easier. Actually, because I've just started sewing recently, quite often I don't have this, I don't have that. And when I was sewing my first ever thin. It was a woolen shirt, and I only had 5 pins, like not like this, but the other ones that I found in some small sewing kit that I had, and they were very thick and very short and comfortable to use, but still I used them to do everything. So when I want, I do, but of course it's very nice to have all the special tools. Here I'm trying to match the pattern on my future corsets. What I'm doing here is I've already traced my pattern, but if I put it here, I won't see what goes on under the paper, and I've decided to use projector to help me a little. So I see the shape and I see the pattern, and I want to make them as much symmetrical as possible. Though the fabric itself, the print has some shifts and it's okay for this fabric, but I try my best to make it similar. And I'm using this pen that disappears when you use iron. But you also need to check it every time you use it, because with some fabrics it works very well, with some it leaves some stains, so you need to check every time. But here it works well, and I already checked with my iron, it goes well and smooth. Please don't use your tailor scissors to cut the sequins, because it will spoil them. Use any other ones if you don't need very much. I was tracing this one 3 times. I don't know why, but I made it not symmetrical first 2 times, and now it's okay finally, so I will now cut it. In my life, I'm happy all the time. So my seam allowance here is 1.2 millimeters, because after we will put the bone in here, so it should be enough for the bone. My bone is 5 millimeters, I'll show you later. What I want to do is the next piece will go here, so I want to see the size of my seam allowance. 0.2, somewhere here, just approximately. That's how it will be sewn to the next piece. Next pattern on this one, and I need to find the corresponding. This is the next pattern. Here is also 1.2 centimeters seam allowance, and let's see how it looks. Of course it won't be 100% matching here, because it's the pattern is scattered, so it's okay if it doesn't correspond exactly, but you want this to follow the pattern in general, so I think it should look good like this. Let's see if I have enough space here. Maybe it will go a little bit here. Should also keep it with the green line. What are you doing there? Grace, it's not your heating pad. She doesn't care, obviously. I know that it's cold, but it's not that cold. I was very afraid to start sewing because I was told the needle can break and get into your face, so I was wearing the glasses to protect myself, but it was well and smooth. You see that it just sewing through the sequins, but I was lucky because my sequins were rather soft, so just be careful if you want to do something like this. Check it very slowly on a small piece of fabric. I want to show you that I've already sewn the main pieces here and here. It looks so beautiful, I'm so happy. I was afraid to do these things for the boning because it's quite thick, quite thick, few layers of the sequins, but it was absolutely fine. But just in case, I was somewhere wearing the glasses in case the needle breaks, but it was okay. I'm glad. Now I didn't sew this because I have to put here It's 1 o'clock, but it's so dark because it's very cloudy today and it looks like it's already the night. So I want to put here some decoration, maybe something like the belt, or I don't know how to call it correctly, ribbon. And I was thinking to use this fabric and on the other side this fabric, because if I only use this one, it makes it look a little sporty. I don't know, because this ribbon has ribs and it makes this sportish vibe, and I don't want to have it. I want it to be more elegant. So now I look, it also looks good. I don't know. Or just this fabric as such. Not sure. I will have to think what to do, but in general, it's beautiful. I love it. Here I will put some eyelets. I now need to make such belts. So it's supposed to look something like this, to be somewhere here, like this. And while I was showing you how I'm doing this belt, I've sewn the other side, the wrong direction. Here the sequins go down, and here I made them go up. And I was upset, but I don't think that I should rip it out, because this is a sequence and the needle leaves the hole, so it won't look very nice. But what I did, if I do it like this, you see how shiny it is? I really like the effect. And if I want the corset look more festive for a special occasion, I can make one of this shiny. Actually, I can do the same with this one, but because the sequins don't look down, they are not as shiny as this one. Look, you see the difference? So it's even for the good. And I need to make the other two parts, and I will make them the same way. One will go down, one will go up, and I'll be able to change it. So it's even for the best. Here I'm showing how to do those belts. I've also injured my fingers, so please don't pay attention to that. I hope it'll be fine soon. Let's have a look at what I did. Ta-da! I've attached these belts like this, and I've also already attached the lining fabric. You see, And I really love this fabric. It's viscose and it's so pleasant. It's corset boning, 5 millimeters wide and 1.5 or 2 thick, I think. I just cut it where I need and then use the lighter to make the edges not as sharp so that it doesn't rip my fabric after. I also decided to add the cups for the better shape. Here I'm doing the bias tape for the first time, and by the way, using those plastic clips is a very nice idea, especially with the thick fabrics or the sequins. I've made bias binding for the first time in my life and it seems to be easier than I've expected. I thought it would be absolutely terrible and difficult, but it's okay. And now I've made my first eyelets ever. Again, I don't have a special tool for it, like a big one. I only bought this small tool. I will now show you what I do. So because I don't have any special equipment, it's my first corset. First, just with a ruler, I've measured where I want my eyelets to be. Then put it like this. And just with the scissors, any that you know are sharp enough, I cut the hole. Let's do it. I need to remove some. I just remove 1 or 2 of my sequins. So put it like this and cut a little triangle. It's better to cut less than more because you can always add, but you need to be careful not to cut the thing that you need. I'm using everything sharp that I found at home, and the easiest way is to use manicure scissors, or I don't know what they're called. This. Of course, if you have a special tool, it's much easier and faster. I don't have it at the moment, so I'm using what I have. But I think if I like this process, I will buy the special big tool in the future, because using that tool you can make holes and put eyelets much faster. Yay, it fits! And I don't even need to cut a lot of sequins. I thought that I would have to remove them, but no, like that. Okay, I will just cut a little bit more here. This one here, like this. Now we need to put this little ring. You put it this side up. Yeah, the only thing, if I had a special tool, it would be just perfectly, but it's okay, it's good. Okay, now I put this on top. And then I will go and hit it with the hammer, which I don't have either, because I'm an immigrant. I haven't settled yet, and I don't have a lot of things for crafting at the moment. Actually, at home, I had my own little studio where I had lots of things for crafting. For example, a knife for the glass to make stained glass and mosaics. I also had a big wooden easel, and of course everything for jewelry making, for painting, like lots of different things. And of course I had hammers and different construction things. But here at the moment I only have oil paints, I have brushes, I have some things, but not as much as I had at home, and I also miss it a lot. So when I'm settled in one place. I want to have again all those useful things that I had at home, because it's much easier to do things when you actually have something with you. So I don't have a hammer, that's why I just use something that I found, some heavy thing that I found. I will do it like this. I won't show you. I think you get it. Ta-da! Now I only need to make it 100 times more because I'll have a lot of eyelets. But it is what it is. I will make it and then we'll see the result. Ta-da! It's almost done. I've made 42 holes with my hand, with little scissors, here, there, there, and I've put 42 eyelets, and it was terrible. It was very difficult, and I think I'm not doing it again without the special tool, at least such amount. But it's ready now. The only thing is, it's better to buy such eyelets because they look better. They're a little bigger. That's how they look, because they have two details as I showed you before. And if it's only one detail without that round ring, without any ring, it looks like this. It doesn't look as good and your fabric may stick out and you know it's not good. So I also use this ring. Okay, now let's lace it up. I was waiting for this moment. He thinks that it's her ribbon, obviously. And she was biting the sequins. I don't even know why. Why were you biting the sequins? Ну, Мурочка, ну не тетись. Почему такое видео? Okay, no lacing up today. I'm sorry. We need to wait. Actually, there is only one way to neutralize my cat. It's now winter and she's cold and she loves it when I turn on the heating. I have a sheet on a bed with a heating effect. And when I turn it on, she's always there. So I can do it now and she will give us some time to finish our thing. Котица. Ну, можно не грызть, пожалуйста? Давай. Аборт. We have 2 minutes. Or maybe less. I took 3 meters of this ribbon for the front size, for the front part. We'll see if it's enough or too much. We'll see. Okay, so it goes like this. And let's finally see the corset. Ta-da! So I've already tried it on. It was so difficult to wear it, and like literally, because you have to lace it up very tightly. That's the whole idea of a corset. But it turned out so good because why I was told not to sew it, because here you see that usually you're not supposed to sew on top on the sequins, and in corset you need to do all these top stitches here. But it worked out very well. And let's have a look at the way it looks on me. But also I forgot that it's so difficult to breathe when you wear a corset, so I had to loosen it a little so that I can breathe. Please give me a like for my effort that I made it from sequins when it wasn't supposed to be made so. Another thing I wanted to share is my parents know that I'm sewing my wardrobe and I like to choose clothes myself. So my parents have very good taste and I think that I've inherited this from them. but they know that I like to choose things myself, and they wanted to make me a nice gift, and they asked me, what if they order a sweater for me? There is a woman who needs things, and I thought that it was a nice idea, so they told me that I can choose the model of the sweater that I like, or a long sleeve, what I need. That woman sent me a website of the yarn that she uses, so I chose the model of the sweater, and I chose the yarn on the website. It's 25% alpaca and 75% merino wool, and it's just so nice. It's the one that I wanted. It's something that I chose myself, and it was created for, it's just a jewelry. It was created for me, for my size, and it's so warm and cozy, and the color is perfect, and it's such a nice idea. Actually, I'm glad that my parents came up with it, because basically they made me a gift, but I was the one who came up with the design that I need for my wardrobe at the moment. So it's so lovely, I'm happy. And another thing, they also sent me a box of treats that I love. I've already eaten a lot of it. And another thing my sister sent me is this vintage camera, and it's my parents' camera, and I love it so much. I even remember it from childhood, and I think that this picture that I'm showing you was taken with this camera. And I'm filming on film. I have 3 other cameras, but they're different, and I don't have autofocus there, and I need to do it manually, and it takes time. So I love my cameras, especially my Nikon one that I use most of all, but it takes me a lot of time to take a picture, because I need to focus, I need to think, etc. And this one is automatic, and it does everything so fast. It also has a flash, so it's an amazing camera. It also has some stickers that my sister put here, and she also put a nice film inside, so I'm very happy with it. I'll be now taking more pictures. I'm sharing the photos on my Instagram, on my feed and stories, so join me there. I'll be happy to see you. Murka, what are you doing? As usual. And though the Christmas had already passed, I wanted to show you Christmas York vibe. And today we're coming to York, one of the most beautiful cities in the UK. And it's especially beautiful in winter, because there are Christmas fairs. It's not Christmas yet, but it's already very beautiful, all these Christmas lights. So we'll walk around. Also, we'll visit the traditional British carvery. It's when different dishes, different meat is served, and we'll be gathering with our smart club. So it'll be something interesting. Let's go.
Look, show me, Daddy. Look, me.
Got some drink, and can have now a refill here.
Hello, how are you?
Здравствуйте, как дела?
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's good.
Again.
Привет, хорошо, а как ты?
Hey, okay, like you.
No. It was supposed to be and you. Probably it's my intonation.
Oh, everything you're saying in English now, I'm just going to translate that
Okay.
back for you.
Знаешь, это вопрос, но да, это переведено тебе как. И не сомневайся, как ты знаешь, вот так. Это должно было закончиться.
Is it working?
Can you tell us about this? The cow that have the
Oh, the
accents?
cows.
Yeah.
So different, all cows in different parts of the country have regional accents. So they all make different moos. So you got like a Yorkshire moo is like very chilled out. And then like a Geordie moo is more like moo. Very different.
That's so funny. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Here you can see the menu and some prices. We have met with our smart car club and we were playing some games. For example, this one, when the music plays, you're passing a gift, and then when it stops, you unwrapping, you're getting your gift, and then you pass the gift again with the music so that everyone receives something. And I think it's a very nice game to play. And in this game you need to tail a donkey, and someone who made it the best gets the gift.
You can see. You must do when you turn round. Right, what's in front of you? Put your left hand out and you know where it board is.
But this is for the smart cars. It's so cute, and they have so many gifts.
Do you want to see if there's room in there?
And this is the women's. And you see, this is Abraham Moon, the tweed that I have. It's from the Yorkshire, and it's my grey tweed that I bought in Edinburgh.
Sounds like this known thing you school.
I've noticed that the girl was wearing just the sandals, and it was such a cold day. I don't know how wasn't she cold. I hope she just walked a little and then got back home. Here's a so tasty Yorkshire pudding.
Stone Gate, Stone Street. Put a filter on that.
Please give this video a like if you found something interesting or you had an emotion during this video, and subscribe because we'll be creating more interesting things together. I'll see you in the future videos. Bye!